So I said win, lose, or draw. I was gonna come back on this platform and we were gonna talk about what we saw in the game today between the Commanders and the Minnesota Vikings. Make sure I'm correct. I said today we will talk about the game. I was very confident about this game. I came into this game extremely optimistic because we had the band back together. What up, y'all? This is your man, Sam, and I am the Commanders correspondent here on the Blackballed Sports Podcast. Shout out to everyone who has subscribed. I know we got a big Eagle following right now, thanks to my cuz doing his thing. I told myself, I told the people, I told everyone we're going to get the Commanders Nation over here to represent as well. It ain't much to represent this year, though. I tell you what, goddamn, not much to represent. You know, I was going to come on immediately after the game to give my raw emotions because I've watched a lot of people go ahead and do that. But what I've realized is I'm not professional enough to get on here immediately after a game and give my raw emotion because we probably would not be able to get paid for the video because I'd have so many goddamn curses in it. I'm pissed. So what I did after the game was I played Mario Party with my children. Yeah, that shit made me happy. I played Mario Party, Nintendo Switch. I made a gingerbread house with my daughter, and we painted that motherfucker. That's what I did. Because this game and this team has pissed me off beyond imagination this year. I'm done. Pack me up. I'm packed up. I'm done. I can't do it no more. Pack me the fuck up. It's over. We got embarrassed today against a Minnesota Vikings team whose offense ranks pretty much last in every statistical category in the NFL this season, and they throw 31 on us. Against an offense where there's really not much of an excuse. Got our starting quarterback back. Got every wide receiver. We have not been this healthy since the Green Bay game. And oh yeah, this kind of looks very similar to the Green Bay game where we got our fucking doors blown off because Cliff Kingsbury couldn't seem to scheme him up a offense, enough to beat a fucking blitz. Not today. And for anybody who has the question on whether or not Dan Quinn should be a defensive coordinator of this team, for some reason or another, Dan Quinn gets absolutely shredded like macaroni and cheese, cheddar cheese, against anybody from a Mike Shanahan tree. My man in Green Bay, Matt LaFleur. My man in Minnesota. His name is escaping me right now, pissing me off. Dude in Miami, San Francisco, you name it, we get cooked. It's frustrating. And yeah, a lot of this season can be attributed to injuries. And a lot of this season can be attributed to a lot of the shit that we've been through. But look, at the end of the day, we're just now playing to the standard in which the coaching staff, the front office, and the ownership has said we will be running and working by the last couple of years. It's just not fucking showing. Today was an embarrassment. Today was an absolute embarrassment. Now, were we playing for a playoff berth? No. We're playing for a little bit of pride because a lot of the excuse this year was, oh, we were injured. You know what I mean? We had some bad luck. Zach Ertz, he fell victim of a gruesome injury today. His career probably is fucking over. He got hit with a dirty hit. That was a dirty-ass hit. But that's also our season in totality. That play right there summed up our season. It's been nonstop, absolute nonsense. Let me say this about Jaden. Let me say this about Five. Because make no mistake about it. I love the kid. He's a young kid. He still has to learn. He took the league by storm last year, so a lot of people put him on a pedestal that maybe he was not ready for. And I'm not saying that he wasn't ready for mentally. I'm saying his play wasn't ready for it yet. There was still some lumps. There was still some hurdles. There were still some things that he had to get over. So he's taking his lumps. All quarterbacks have to do it. But goddamn it, if you don't start taking care of yourself, you won't finish your rookie contract. Bro. And I don't know if it's because he hasn't really gotten a good enough rhythm with the offense. He's been in and out of practice. He's been in and out running with the ones. So his timing's a little off. The first drive was phenomenal, if you ask me. You know what I mean? I don't blame that first drive on Five. I like the way he was throwing the ball. I love the decisions he was making when the blitz was coming and he had to get the ball out of his hands. He wasn't taking any unnecessary sacks. He wasn't taking none No unnecessary hits. He was driving the ball downfield. We had the run game mixed up. It was great. And then we get down to the fucking goal line on the 2-yard line, and Cliff all of a sudden forget to fucking run the ball. And we throw the ball 3 out of 4 times in the red zone. Debo drops a wide open pass. Was it an easy pass? No, but you get paid millions of dollars to catch that shit, and he drops it. And then you allow one of the worst offenses statistically this year to drive 19 fucking plays, damn near half a quarter, and then score? I don't give a damn who's out. We're missing Dorrance Armstrong. We're missing Dietrich Wise. We're missing Javonte John-Baptiste on the edge. We're missing Marshawn Lattimore. We're missing Trey Amos in the secondary. I don't care. You don't let a team that's ass drive down the field for 19 damn plays. God damn it. And score a touchdown and take your fucking lunch as a 4-8 team. They're not good. I don't know who they play next week, but they won't be beating that team 31-0. Minnesota's ass. We're more ass. And it hurts. It hurts. It sucks. And I'm sure a lot of NFC East fans, you know what I mean, are relishing in the sorrow of myself and the Washington Commanders, and well-deserved. You know what I mean? This is why we do it. I knew what the fuck I was signing up for. I don't talk shit for a reason, because I can't handle it. So I'll be ready to fight. But goddamn, man, what a bad way to lose. I was fighting so much just to try to find something good out of this season. I knew we weren't going to the playoffs, but I was excited this week, man. I looked at this game as if it was a meaningful game in December. I knew we weren't going to the playoffs. I knew we weren't going to win out and the Eagles are going to lose out. And we were going to somehow, some way, miraculously, win this division. I knew that wasn't reasonable. I knew that wasn't realistic. But goddamn it, if we could have went on a nice run, won this game, stacked some wins, the last 4 games remaining are all against the NFC East. If we could win in there and did something against the East and won the rest of those games and left with the East with a winning record, that's something to build on for next year, something I could fucking hold my head up on with some pride. And now it looks like we may lose to the Giants next week. Now, just a little bit of news as I'm getting out of my soapbox and getting out of my venting. I did hear Dan Quinn's press conference. Jaden's all right. He took a nasty hit after a tipped interception, and that dude, I forgot his name, but he did it against Sam Howell with Miami, and he did it against us, man. You can't throw screens against that dude. He tips the ball, he picks it off. That's what he does. But after that hit, I know that he was grabbing his elbow a little bit. I don't think the sleeve was ever comfortable to him. He went in the blue tent. Everybody cleared him. Dan Quinn said, take the shit off, you're done. Dan Quinn said that was his decision. Jaden's good. It's not something that we have to worry about. He could have went back in the game. He said the shit was off. That being the team, the game plan, all of it was off, and he wasn't going to risk anything serious because it looked like Jaden was playing a very reckless game. Now, in the first half, in the first quarter, Jaden was doing his thing. Like I said, I really liked the decision-making. I liked when he was throwing it away. I liked when he was getting the ball out of his hands quick. He wasn't taking any hits. He scrambled a couple times, got a couple nice timely first downs. The offense was flowing. And then for whatever reason, when we get into the red zone at the 3-yard line, 2-1, whatever it was, Cliff decides to get cute and wants to throw the fucking ball against this defense 3 times and not run the ball when we were finding success running the ball. Who's my man say? Look, okay, shout out to you, brother. Man, I don't know if y'all should have played JD5. I feel you, bro. In hindsight, it's 2020, but let me tell you why I'm cool with the decision, and let me tell you why I understand it. One, he's a second-year player. We got a lot of old players, but we also got a lot of young players. And he has to develop too. And he has to get reps too. And those reps are important. He plays a very violent game. And let me tell you this right now from what I saw today. It don't matter if he played today. It doesn't matter if he plays tomorrow, next week, or next year. If he continues to play the way he's fucking playing, he's going to get hurt regardless. It's a matter of time. He plays his game a little too reckless. Now, what was he supposed to do in that situation? He gets an interception. Is he supposed to just let the dude go? As a fan, I say, yeah. As a ball player, I understand. But then there's a couple other plays where it's like, bro, let the ball go. Or, bro, throw the ball away like you were doing in the first quarter, and he wasn't doing it. I can't blame that on DQ. That kid got to get his reps too. Like I said, hindsight is 2020. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of questions that are going to be asked, but I'm not mad at him playing. Am I nervous to see him on the field now the last couple of games? Yeah, because I don't know if he has it mentally to take care of himself. I don't. I hate to say that because I love the kid and I think he'll be successful, but I don't. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But it just sucks, man. It just sucks. I wish we could have did better. I wish we could have put a better product on the field. Did I want to lose? Hell no. I wanted to win this game bad. But if the game was 20-17 and we took a loss, at least I could come out of here with some type of pride. I'd have been pissed. Don't get it twisted. I'd have been pissed off. But at least there would have been something. 31-0. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? And now you're going to have all these weirdos questioning Adam Peters and questioning Dan Quinn and questioning the organization because we've been in the dumpster for 30 plus years. We finally get out of it with a reasonable, respectable record. We got a good owner. We got good executives behind it. We got a good infrastructure in place. The NFL and people within the circles are starting to finally respect us. And then we put up this shit product. Pisses me off. It pisses me off. What my man Jimmy Charlo say, let's see. We let go to the quarterback we needed to go and knew it. Now we have a hurt quarterback in our second string. His knees are hurt. How are we going to get better? This year, bro, we're not. This year, we're probably not. And that's the shit that's the pill that I have to swallow. There's a chance we don't beat New York next week, and that pisses me off. There's a chance that we get beat by Philly on the 20th. There's a chance that Commanders ruin our Christmas, and there's a chance we lose that game. There's a chance we actually go 3-14. We have not seen this team win since October. This isn't a feeling we were supposed to have anymore. Yet here we are. Here we are. Now, I'm not, like I said, I'm not the one to say fire everybody. I'm not going to do that. I still think Dan Quinn is a good coach. I still think he's a great motivator. I think that there are some decisions that he has to make in the offseason. I think that Adam Peters is going to have to come off that wallet just a little bit more and start paying some young talent out there. Me and my son today were looking at the wide receivers, the tight ends, the DNs. There's not a lot of free agents out there, but the ones that are, there's some tight ends out there you could throw a couple dollars to. You know what I mean? And then we got to do what we do in this damn draft. You know what I mean? Because this isn't acceptable. This isn't acceptable. And if we continue down this road and this stems into next year, now we're talking about heads rolling because this is year 3. And I'm not talking about Adam Peterson. I'm talking about Dan Quinn's. But we definitely need a change in defense. I think we definitely need a change in defensive philosophy. I don't think Dan Quinn's philosophy is no longer tangible. And that's crazy coming from him killing it in Dallas just 2 years ago. And now all of a sudden it doesn't seem tangible. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's the personnel. But I would like to see a different philosophy altogether in that shit because whether it's personnel, whether it's Dan Quinn could never and presently can't beat a Mike Shanahan system for whatever fucking reason. O'Connell cooked his ass. My man in Miami cooked his ass. San Francisco cooks him. Green Bay cooks him. It's something about them and that defense, Dan Quinn's defense, it don't mesh. So I would love to see a new defensive philosophy in here. As far as Cliff Kingsbury concerned, now I'm a little wishy-washy with Cliff Kingsbury, man, because at times I think he calls great games. When Marcus Mariota was in, I think he took care of Marcus Mariota great. You know what I mean? He called great games. He had great schemes, great game plans. When he sees Jaden in there, he just fucking throws the cape on him and just has a kid running for himself. There was some passes, there was some plays where dudes are just running curls, and there's nowhere to throw the ball. Come on, man. You got to scheme something up, bro. Don't have him back there sitting around like a fucking duck. The offensive line did not play great, but there was some points in that game where he had time to throw. He was off. It's just frustrating, man. I tried to tell you the risk wasn't worth the reward. Yeah, it is. It's worth the reward because he has to get reps at the end of the day. We can't bubble wrap him. He's either going to get hurt now or he's going to get hurt later. But at the end of the day, he has to learn. I'm not mad at the decision. And he's good to play next week if we let him. It's good to play next week if we let him. But fans know everything. We know it all. But appreciate your comment, brother. I'm not going to be on here long, man. I just wanted to go ahead and do what I said I was going to do. Come on here and give you guys my thoughts and opinions on today's game. It was absolutely horrid. It was horrific. We'll be on tomorrow, 6 p.m. to talk about the game. We'll go ahead and preview the Eagles and the Chargers game as well and talk about all the games we've seen today. Shit day, man. Shit day. It's a shame that I'm sitting here now looking at the Tankathon. I've never typed in tankathon.com in my life. I did that shit today. I seen where we were today. I see the Saints won. Word. I see the Titans won. Word. So now I'm looking at the draft. What's that stud DN in Ohio State? I'm looking at him. What's one of these wide receivers going to be in the Commanders' new uniform next year? That's where I'm at mentally, and that shit sucks. That sucks. That sucks. Because when you look at the landscape of the NFC, when you look at the landscape of the NFL, this is anybody's ball game this year, y'all. Anybody's. Anybody can get hot who's in the playoffs, and anybody can win this shit on either side. And that's the dope part. That's how you win in the NFL. You just want your team to have a chance in the dance. And this year, we ain't dancing for shit. We on the sidelines, man. But that's it. I appreciate y'all, man. Sam Ant, correspondent for the Washington Commanders here on the Black Ball Sports Podcast. Y'all check us out. We come together live every Monday and every Friday, about 6 p.m. on Monday, about 9:30, 10 a.m. on Friday. We talk all things Commanders, all things Eagles, a lot of NFC East trash talk. You know how we do. We appreciate all of y'all, wherever the fan base you come from, Washington, Dallas, Philly, New York, wherever you come from, man, we salute. We appreciate y'all. Y'all keep subscribing, keep commenting, keep talking that shit, man. We love what y'all do. We love doing what we do, and we're going to keep doing it, man. But until next time, until next story, again, the Washington Commanders drop a heartbreaker, not even a heartbreaker, an absolute just ass whipping to the Minnesota Vikings, 31-0, fall to 3-10, and have a lot more questions and answers going into next week against the New York Giants. And I don't even know how to feel about that, man. But I appreciate y'all. Much love. Sam Ant out. Peace.